You ceremonious ape.
Punctualist pig.
Finish your phrase, I tell you.
Finish your own.
Moron.
That's the idea. Let's abuse each other.
Moron.
Vermin.
Abortion.
Morpion.
Durat.
Curate.
Cretin.
Critic. Let's make up.
I knew this was the right place. Now our troubles are over. Oh. A very fine hat. Here.
What?
Hold this.
It's better to give it to him.
I'll give it to him.
You must put it on his head. Tell him to take it. It's better if you put it on his head.
I'll put it on his head.
What's he waiting for? Stand back! Think, pig! Stop! Forward. Stop. Think.
On the other hand, with regard to...
Stop. Back. Stop. Turn. Think.
Given the existence as uttered forth in the public worth of Puncher and Watman of a personal god Quagga with white beard, Quagga outside time extension, from who the heights of divine Apithia, divine Amphibia, divine Atheria, loves us dearly with some expectations for reasons unknown, but time will tell, and suffer like the divine Miranda, with those who for reasons unknown but time will tell are plunged in torment, plunged in fire, whose fire flames, if that continues, and who can doubt it will fire the fireman, that is to say, blast hell to heaven, so blue, still, and calm, so calm, with a calm which even though intermediate is better than nothing, but not so fast in considering what is more than a result of the labors are left unfinished, crowned by the Academy of Anthropodicy and St. Impostu of Testu and Canard, it is established beyond all doubt, other than doubt that which clings to the labors of men, that as a result of the labors unfinished of Testu and Canard, it is established as hereinafter, but not so fast for reasons unknown, that as a result of the public works of Puncher and Watman, it is established beyond all doubt that in the few of the labors of Fartov and Fletcher left unfinished for reasons unknown of Testu and Canard left unfinished, it is established that what many denied, that man in Posti and Testu and Canard, that man in Esti, the man in short, that man in spite of the strides of animation and defection, waste and pines and current constantly simultaneously. What is more reasons unknown in spite of strides in physical culture, the practice of sports such that it's tennis, football, running, cycling, swimming, flying, floating, riding, gliding, containing, camogue, skating, tennis of all kinds are dying, flying sports of all sorts, autumn, summer, winter tennis of all kinds, hockey, and of all sports, Poseidon and Sakina. In a word, I resume flying, gliding, golf over 9 and 18 holes, tennis of all sorts in a world for reasons unknown in Feckleham, Peckleham, Fulham, Cheltenham, namely concurrently, simultaneously. What is more for reasons unknown, but time will tell, fades away. I resume Fulham, Capellium. In a world, the dead lost per head since the death of Bishop Beakley, being to the tune of 1 inch 4 ounce per head, approximately by the large more or less to the nearest decimal good measure. Round figure stark naked in the stocking feet in Connemara. In a word for reasons unknown, no matter what matters, the facts that there are, and considering what is much more grave, that in the light of the labors lost of Stewing and Perniman, it appears that what is much more grave than that in the light of the light of the labors lost of Stewing and Perniman, that in the plains, in the mountains, by the seas, and by the rivers, running water, fire, the air, and this is the same, and the earth, namely the air, and then the earth in the great cold of the great dark, the air and the earth abode of stones in the great cold. Alas, alas, in the year of their Lord 600 and something in the air, the earth, the sea, the earth abode of stones in the great deeps, the great cold on the sea or the land, and then in the air, I resume for reasons unknown in the spite of the tennis. The fact that there are, but still time will tell, to resume, alas, alas, on in the short and fine, on abode of stones who can doubt, resume, but not so fast. I resume the skull fading, and concurrently, simultaneously. What is more for the reasons unknown in spite of the tennis, on the bird and the flames, the tears and the stones of the blue, so blue, calm, alas, alas, on the flames, the skull and Commonia, in spite of the tennis, the labors, the abandoned, left unfinished, graver still, abode of the stones. In a word, I resume, alas, alas, abandoned, unfinished, the skull, and Connemara, despite the tennis, the skull, alas, the stones, canard, tennis, the stones, so calm, canard, unfinished.
Cool. I lost both my shoes.
And it's not even filming.
Bro!
I would fucking
No way that he's not filming.